Hello crafters, welcome to G's Creations. This is my design team video for Maymay Made It stamps for September. I think what month we're in now. I'm probably going to use the two stamp sets, Memory Lane and Ugly Sweater. Also from MaymayMadeIt.com I'm going to be using some assorted VersaFine inks. These are the 1-inch ink. I'm going to be using the Snow Uniball, and it's the white, so this is the Signo Uniball. I've decided I'm going to use some of this I think it's Sweater Weather or Autumn Weather, I can't remember what it's called now. It's called Sweater Weather, and it's from Lawn Fawn. So I've used, I've cut this yellow polka dot to size. Now this is an A2 size card, because I was lucky enough to be sent some Nina. These are just the offcuts, so you don't need those. I was lucky enough to receive some Nina cardstock. So this is Nina Bright White, and this is £65. And then I got the Creative Collection, the Naturals. Now I want to show you a comparison. So I am going to show you the UK standard A4 against the, I think this is your guys in the US, I think this is your standard size paper. So I just wanted to show you a comparison, just so that you, because sometimes it can be confusing. So that's the standard A4 size, and as you can see your standard paper is slightly wider. I think that's about a 1/4 of an inch. But our A4 is a good inch taller. No, it's not an inch, it's just over an inch, half an inch. So that's just to give you a comparison. So this is an A4 size piece of paper, and this is, I believe this is your standard size paper. I just wanted to show you, because I get questions a lot about A4 and how it differs to American sizes. So I have got my white base. Now this is a standard A2 size base, and I've put the wrong piece away. I've got some of this grey from the Nina cardstock. I'll have all the measurements in my blog post. I'm just going to layer them so you can see roughly the difference in sizes. You're also going to need a 1-inch square. Now we'll get to why we need this a little bit later on. I'm not going to need these for a while, so I'm going to put those to one side. Okay, I am going to work out where the center is. Now you could measure this, but I like to do things by eyeballing, and I'm going to put a line down the center very lightly using my pencil, very lightly, and then I'm going to approximately put another line in the center of the edge and that line. So that's approximately 5 inches, so it needs to be about 2.5 centimeters. These lines will get rubbed off when the ink is dry. I'm going to make a quilted jumper with you today. I've done a few samples of different styles, if you like, so I'm going to show you those. Okay, here's a few samples that I've made. Now it's kind of the Quilted Argyle style jumper card that I'm going to create with you. So this is the one that I'm going to do with you, but this one's easy to do. It's just straight across the front of the jumper, and then this one, it's just the whole part of it. So I've tweaked it, and I think I've done it in a way which is easier for us to follow. So as you can see, I have 3 lines, and I'm going to choose some coordinating kind of autumnal feel. I think I'll go for these 3. So I have got the habanero, I have got the Spanish moss, and I've got the imperial purple. Now these are 1-inch squares. Now on your line, I'm going to zoom you in tighter. So on your line you need to get this point here, and that needs to go as close as you can, so that each point is on the line. Now it's not always that easy. I have to get down and look underneath. So that's those two. And I'm going to be using the habanero. Now this doesn't have to be perfect by any means. And then in the center here I'm going to use the Spanish moss on both of those. So back to the purple. And then the orange. And I'm going to have the Spanish moss on the inside. Right, I'll just move this out of the way. Those few marks that you can see on there is because I've got it caught on my finger. So please be careful in regards to making sure that the ink doesn't get on your finger. I really need to buy a new cutting board. This one is looking really old and tatty and tired. A bit like me. Old, tatty and tired. That needs to dry, because obviously we're using the inks directly on the paper. So I'm going to put that to one side. The next thing I want to do is, as you can see on, where is it? On this one, I rounded the bottom, but I think I might round the top, because it's you know, it's shoulders, and I think if that's going to be the shoulders of the card, of the jumper, I think I prefer them to be at the top. So I'm using my angle, my 1/4 inch and my 1/2 inch corner punch from Crocodile, and I'm using the 1/2 inch. I'm going to do that on the card base and the first inlay. So it would be like that, so it gives it more the impression of shoulders. So hopefully this is dry by now. Now, using your 1 inch square, you are going to come in and overlay that 1 inch square and use that as a template for your stitch lines. Now I'm using the white Uniball, but you could use black, you could use gold or silver, whatever you've got in your stash. So I'm just using this as a template. Move it down. Am I in shot? Sorry, crafters. So I'm going to continue on using this as my template and putting my stitch lines on my card. Be careful when moving the template up, because you can smudge the Uniball pen. I'm not going to worry about doing the inside. I like the way that is currently. So again, because I've got that little bend in my card, I know that this is my center, so I'm going to go down approximately, probably about 3/4 of an inch, maybe actually I'm going to go in a bit further and I'll measure that cut for you. Now this cut is 1.25 inches, and you need to bend those back to be the collar of your jumper. And then using the art glitter glue, I'm going to glue those collars onto the jumper itself. So just putting some glue underneath the flaps, and then I can bend them over and hold them and make sure that they sit and take hold. Okay, and I need to, oh, come on, stick. I need to chop the edge corners for my jumper. It takes a bit longer for the glue to dry because it's going over the ink, so just bear that in mind. Okay, that's that done. Make sure I put my pin back in my glue. I need to hold that down a bit. Right, I'm going to put you on there. Come on, stay down. Right, let's stick our insert down. This should make a great masculine birthday card. Great for Thanksgiving, any kind of autumnal celebration that you may be having. Make sure that's on pretty neat. Okay, let's pop this on. Now I'm not going to give this card any dimension, but you could at this point put this on foam tape if you wanted to. Now on this one I use the sweater weather stamp from Ugly Sweater, and then on this one I used Autumn Blessings. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me see if I've got some of that yellow polka dot left. Okay, so using that yellow I'm going to use this sweater weather stamp from Ugly Sweater. As you can see, this stamp set has been well used. It's a great stamp set. And I'm going to use the purple. So I'm using the Imperial Purple. Okay, I'm going to stamp that on there. Now I'm going to stamp it in the middle because I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know if I'm going to cut it out, or maybe I might use right. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to have that on there like that, but I want it to pop, so I'm going to put it, I think I'm going to back it on some white cardstock. So I'm going to glue it onto this piece of scrap cardstock, and then I'm going to use the Perfect Layers Mini, and I think I'm going to use, I think I might use the 3/16, and using the craft knife which is available from my store. There'll be a link to Maymay store below, and I will link all the items used in the description bar below. Right, so I'm going to put that just at the bottom here, but I think I may raise this slightly. So I've got this little bit that I saved. So I'm just going to use some foam tape, and I'm going to raise this sentiment. And then on the inside I'm going to use the Autumn Blessings stamp set, sentiment from the memory lane. And that's the one that says Autumn Blessings. Now you have Happy Holidays, Holidays leads you down memory lane, pumpkin spice makes everything nice, gather a harvest of love, sending loads of warm holiday wishes. Actually, that's what I'm going to use. Sending loads of warm holiday wishes. Obviously because of the sweater weather and the fact that it's a sweater. And I'm going to use the, what's this one called now? The habanero. Going to use that. And this one I'm simply going to do it in the middle towards the top, and there we have it. It really is such a cute idea for a card, this kind of sweater argyle quilted look. And as I say, you could do it long ways, just with the across the top, or you could do the whole card. So that one has nothing on the inside because I didn't know if I was going to use that for birthday. I've left this one blank also, so I can add a sentiment relevant from those two stamp sets to what I need. And then we have this one here. So there we go. I hope you like it. I hope you try it. Please share it over at Maymay Made It and So Did I. And also on G's Creation Is Now My Creation on Facebook. I'd love to see your recreations, and I know Maymay would too. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you again very soon. Take care now.